Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm John.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Steve.
Well, we're pretty sure. Yeah, we're pretty sure Mao Mao's on a ship. Well, I am, because the way it sounded, it seemed like she was like hunkered down in something.
Maybe being like sent away. Yeah,
right.
Could be. They can't keep her there because obviously Jinshi would find her.
Well, I'm
it
wondering.
Depends on what you're trying to do. Like,
well, I was just gonna say, I wonder if they took her because not
because they know about her relationship with Jinshi,
or that she's important to him at least, and they're gonna try to use her as a bargaining chip or something. For maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, but what do we know what they were up to after the
not Shisui. She didn't tell her shit. We know the old lady was behind it because she was like holding a grudge, but we don't know what her Shisui's deal was.
And all of that was still speculation.
Yeah, but I again, it's Mao Mao speculation, so it's probably right.
Yeah, she always nails it.
Right, so I think she's right.
Plus, it's fun that her dad's there now. Well, not with her now, but like close. So like, if she ever had a question, she could just be like, "Dad, what do you think about this?"
Because he knows the answer.
Now, Mao.
Why did I ever tell you? Speculations.
Conjecture. You cannot make your decisions based off of conjecture.
Yep. Alrighty. The Fox Village.
Maybe this is where these masks come in.
Good point. Totes forgot about that.
How? It's about to happen right now.
Ah! And I want, is Shisui going to be with them? Because remember, she was using her as a hostage to get Mao Mao to go. Well, she wasn't sitting with her, at least. So maybe she didn't take her.
Yeah, she seemed to be by herself.
本ニャン殿、いつからマオマオの姿が見えないのです。
昨日の昼まではおりました。医局で玉葉様が使う急のもぐさを準備していたそうです。その時、高級に張り出す注意書きを作る話をしたそうで。
He's gotta go ask the quack, because he'll say she went to go to the clinic.
誰かの恨みを買ったのかしら。恨みなら。
I feel like Locken's gonna have to get involved too.
Could be.
If they
were talking about him, right?
Well,
that's who they were going after.
Who?
The girls?
No.
Didn't they say something about Locken?
No.
I thought they did.
I don't remember.
Somebody said something about.
Well, Locken was talking to the
daughter.
Lulan's father.
And his daughter.
医局でもぐさを作り、その後手習い所へ行った。
Didn't she tell the quack that she was bringing the alcohol to the clinic, I thought?
そういえば、今日はマオマオはいないのか？
マオマオといえば、ジョーちゃんがここを出ていくとき、やたら張り付いていたな。
Can we use her?
Catnip.
I love how he's like an old wise man.
申し訳ありませんが、探しに出てもいいでしょうか。
居場所がわかるのか？
いいえ、猫の方のマオマオです。ついでに娘も探せるかもしれません。
He's like, it's connected. Future father-in-law.
猫探しが何の役に立つのでしょう。
さあな。
Trust in the wise man.
Because why is the cat missing?
All right.
まだ新しくて香りが強い。いい薬です。
It's probably going to lead to the clinic, I bet.
マオマオどこにゃー
Meow, meow. Even he's laughing at him.
She's just rolling around in the grass.
酔っ払っている。
Yeah, it's that catnip.
Yeah.
この
Or whatever. Acts like catnip, I guess.
私が持ってきたものと同じです。こちらにも、それと。
紙？何も書かれていない。
おそらく、マオマオが残したのでしょう。
しかし、白紙では何を伝えたいのか。
医局に戻ればわかるかもしれません。
確信が得られるまでは語らない。
Yeah.
マオマオは養父に似たというわけか。
That's a fact.
何も書かれていないように見えますが、昔あの子が気に入っていた遊びがありまして。
Heat it up, burn it a little bit.
文字が。
果汁や茶などを紙につけて書くと、こうして炙った時、そこだけがより燃えやすくなるのです。 今回は酒を使ったようですね。
ああ、そういえばアルコールを何本か持って行ってたね。
最初に言ってほしい。
なぜ猫のマオマオはあそこで寝ていたのでしょう。
これはマタタビと言います。これを茶にすると冷え性や疲労回復に効果があります。猫はこれが好きで酔っ払ったようになるんです。
Classic Mau Mau.
心配ではないのか？
心配ですよ。ですが、私は私にできることをするだけです。
Just like Mau Mau.
気を
Matter
も
of
んで
fact.
他の仕事に差し支えがあってはいけません。それに以前は1年近く音信不通だったこともありますか
That's
ら。
true.
やはり似ているな、この二人。私も、私のできることを。失礼する。
He's like,
He's
yeah.
like, that's Mau Mau's husband, huh?
Good young lad.
I approve.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Did Gaoshin say his name to like do your
Slow down.
behave like a noble?
マオマオの字は少し癖がありますから、みんなも見てちょうだい。
これはよくじゃない？
似てるけど何か違わない？そうだね。
They must have taken Shisui because Shisui would have been here telling people,
I
you know.
guess.
Shisui.
それは何だ？
よくマオマオと一緒にいる下女の名前です。シスイって言って。
名前か。名前ならもう一人水の字がつく人物がいた。
Yeah.
他にシャオランっていう名前の下女もいて、よくつるんでいて。
その下女なら私も何度か会っている。
It's Mama's
だ
bestie.
がもう一人は聞いたこと。
止水という下女を探せ。
Go, eunuchs.
じい様。
What did he come to the conclusion of?
I don't know.
Angry.
Pissed him off though, right?
Yeah, right. Ah, I knew it. Mama would be proud of me, I think. Oh, she is
They're
with her.
together.
Creep. Oh my god. It's a
こ
cool
の
shot.
娘を助けたければ従え。あの場では水霊に従うしかなかった。もしも断れば、私も止水も危なかった。ここは止水と初めて会った場所の近くだ。川柳、見張っておいてくれ。はい。
Oh, is this when she did it with yep.
親父、気がついてくれればいいけど。
Clever girl. Did she put the catnip stuff in there to like?
That's what I was wondering. Is there
Well, I
two
think
different ones? Because like they weren't standing in front of that passageway, right?
Well, I think we
Were
just
they?
couldn't see it. But she put the stuff in there for the cat to find so that they would find it. And the cat.
おやすみ、マオマオ。
おやすみ、止水。
How adorable.
おかしいな。船に乗っているときは北上していると思っていた。けど、この森の中は暖かくて湿度が高い。
Is this Lulan's father's place? Because wasn't it warm there?
That would be her home, right?
蛇か。
Well,
苦手なのかな。
maybe.
それ自体はおかしくない。おかしいのは。
Why is she's like extra scared of him.
大丈夫。もういないから。
Shisui, so nice.
どういうつもりだ。ただの嫌がらせです。それだけには見えなかったが。
水霊。止水は元からの知り合いですね。
Oh.
何のことを言っている。止水は見た目より高等な教育を受けているように思います。それと端々に育ちの良さが出ていました。まあそうとは思わせぬ行動も多かったけど
そんな下女ならいくらでもいるだろう。何せ軍師殿の娘がいるくらいだからな。
私のことまで調査済みか。止水、子猫がいきなり隠し通路から出てきた時は驚いただろうね。
まあまあは鋭いな。それでカマをかけたんだ。でもやめてよね。姉様は蛇とか大嫌いなんだよ。
名前が安直すぎると言っただろう。
他の子は気づかなかったもん。
水霊と止水、一文字違いだもんね。下女は字が読めないものが多いから気にしなかったんだろうけど、それに一つ謎が解けた。もう一つ確かめていないことがある。確信はないが、もしかしたら止水は。
Damn it, Mau Mau, say it.
Yikes.
I'll take it out on your mic just because she didn't say it.
Yeah, I have to go scratch my head.
Damn. On a journey.
She said they were going to be walking for a while. Still got quite a ways to go.
It's Fox Village.
You think Jinchi has to show up there as the Emperor's brother in the mask and like demand Mau Mau?
With an army at his back? It'd be so sick.
湯治場？うん。でなきゃこんなとこに村なんか作らないよね。
Damn, that's sick.
道理で湿気が多くて暖かいはずだ。
How has Mau Mau not been once like, what is this place?
She just was. Kinda, in her own way, where she was like a village way out here.
I was just gonna say, is that one of those girls?
いや、まさかの。
どこ見てんだよ。ぼさっと突っ立ってんじゃねえ。
あ？ここが花町だったらクソガキに一発げんこつ落とすとこだけど。
It's little shit.
あんたも前見てなかったでしょ、今日。
姉ちゃん。
Damn, like a big family here.
ここは宿か。立派な建物だな。
Fez.
あれは確か特使が連れていた護衛の一人。
姉ちゃん、こっちこっち。
まあまあもう行こう。
They're not like mean though, like, you know, like they're treating her well. What's going on here?
だろ。姉ちゃんそれ好きだから頑張って探してきたんだ。
いや、探したのは次女だろ
う。うん、ありがとう。でもこれを集めたのは京羽じゃないよね。
ありがとう。
どういたしまして。
お、よくできました。
少しは素直なところがあるじゃないか。クソガキからただのガキにしてやろう。
ではマオマオは高級の外に出たのだな。
そうかもしれま
I
せん。
don't know how the hell they would find her after that point.
シャオマオが姿を消した日から新入りの宦官が一人行方不明に。それから止水という名の下女ですが登録がありませんでした。
登録がない？
ええ、そのような下女は存在しないと。
That's why she was always doing whatever she wanted.
ジンス様、漁協
Oh no, is she in labor?
Lumen. Guess who's delivering that baby?
Well, that's why he's there, right?
Yeah.
Once again, I got more questions than answers. They answered a question I didn't have, which was, were those two related, which I wasn't thinking.
I would never even crossed my mind.
Which, I already made the mention of Laulin's father's name being similar to Shisui's. I didn't think to put it together with Sure.
Yeah, what was his name?
Shis Huo or something like that. I forget. I had it written down somewhere. Shiso. Crushed it. Who else? I don't know who's their family.
Seems like everybody in that village.
What do they do? They obviously, their family is the head of that village. I'm still going to stick with, I think it's Lulan's family, but maybe that's just another place that they have.
I thought that's what we were all saying. We think Sisui and Lulan are related? Aren't they the ones that look the same?
Right. Yes. And they
and now Surei also.
Yes, but when Jinshi and the cave episode, when they were that was at Lulan's father's place. But I don't remember, they might have said it was like a vacation place. I just don't know if like they have another place, like they're also their place because they're wealthy, you know?
Yeah, probably.
Like, and then why are the envoys there? There's like something big going on.
They were obviously using them. What did she say? There's no rest for the dead, but she said she had a lot to do, like when she was resurrected or something like that.
Yeah.
So she's orchestrating all of this.
Well, yeah, she's putting in all the work. Like yeah. Well, I'm assuming on the word of her father, you know?
Well, maybe she doesn't even need to. I wonder if she's like the oldest.
Well, still, if it's a wealthy family, you got to assume. I'm also like still can't get it out of my head that it's definitely Lulan's family, you know? It just seems.
I think it definitely is.
Right. It was just the fact that they were in a different place.
They're rich, like, you know?
Right.
Like that kid was like struggling to just say thank you for helping me. Like,
but they all seem pretty nice though, you know? Like,
not really.
Why?
I mean, Sisui, yeah, but like Surei's is nasty. Like they're not like abusing her, but
that's what I'm saying.
They're obviously up to no good.
Well, it depends. Maybe whatever they're doing, they have valid reason for. We don't know.
Well, that's true, but they're going after Mao and our friends, so fuck them.
They're not even really going after Mao. I don't know why they took her.
They took her to get to Locken, I think.
Why would they go out? When did they ever mention they were going after Locken?
She mentioned him, and then she just mentioned her being the daughter of the strategist.
Well, no, she said, "Are they coming after me just to get go after the strategist?"
No, Surei told her something about her being the daughter of the strategist.
I thought
she was
said
like,
that,
she did her research on me. But they said that when they were talking to each other. I thought in the last episode they mentioned something about her when the old lady and her were talking. Something about her being the daughter of the strategist and. What is this?
The last one.
I don't know, but she said it. She talked about it in this one.
I know, and I don't remember that happening.
In this one?
Yeah.
Her saying it?
Yeah.
In the one we just watched?
No, this was the last. No, I know she said it in the one we just watched, but that doesn't really confirm anything for me because I figured she was just saying that like as a possibility. But
why would she even say that as a possibility though?
Well, because her father still is somebody important, because she doesn't have any other idea what it could be.
Well, she wouldn't know anything about her father if she didn't know that Locken was her father.
No, I'm talking about Mao.
Oh, what are you saying?
Shisui didn't say anything in this, or Surei didn't say anything in this episode.
I guess not, but I thought she did. I thought she was talking to the old lady and said something about her being it, but I could be wrong. But she said it in the one we just watched. Her being the
Mao said it.
No, that was Surei.
No, Mao said it.
Mao said to her she did her research on me or something like that.
Oh, yeah, she knows who her father is, but I feel like most people do.
Why?
I'm saying...
Why would most people know who Mao's father is?
Well, at this point, if you look into it, it's probably not that hard to figure out. He talks about it all the time.
Yeah, but he doesn't like talk to people like that. Doesn't have like friends.
No, but that's what I'm saying. If she looked into it, it's not like she'd have to go down some path to figure it out. But what I was saying before is that Mao, what she said was like, right before Surei said that, she was like, is she coming after me because of my father? Or because of that man?
Was after. That was after Surei had said it.
Well, regardless.
That was like the next little clip. Like Surei said it, and then she was like, oh, is she coming after me because of that man?
But but to my original point, I don't think so. That doesn't make any sense.
That's why I think, I mean, you're scanning real quick through this, but we'd have to I would double check it, like after we're done. Because I think there was something mentioned in this one. I don't know why. I just like feel strongly that it was.
This was because this is when we first got revealed of who that Shisui was Surei was the eunuch. So like she's a little pissed at Mao because now people know she's not really dead, you know? She wanted people to believe she was dead. Yeah, and then that's it.
No, she talks about it right here.
Also interesting, he's the fox. Shihoku, that's right.
that's Sue-Ray talking right there, or was that just like a narrator?
No, that was just a narrator.
I felt like that was Sue-Ray.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, Sue-Ray has a very like distinct voice. Like it's a very like I don't know how to explain it.
But I definitely think he's involved, like not involved, but like he's the reason for it.
I just don't get what.
Like it's because they're saying, like if you go based off of what she's saying right here, to like the two people that you need to whatever, or maybe that's like I forget why was she saying that the two beasts, like meaning they go against each other or they work with each other. I don't.
Yeah.
Either way. No, because one's the east and one's the west, right?
Yeah, I feel like she's the narrator's just
the Emperor and Locken are like the two beasts, right?
I took it as they're not really even talking about the Emperor. They're talking about like the East is Locken in the military. The West is more like the political side. You know what I mean? Like obviously bureaucracy. So I feel like, and she's just saying that these are the two powerhouses of the
right. And
Empire.
In order to get to one of them, like take his daughter, is where that's what I don't know. But I thought this was Sue-Ray talking in this thing, so that's where I got that idea from.
I'm still sticking to my guns. What we said last episode, the big conspiracy. It's Laulin's father and family trying to take over.
What? No, but this is who she's talking about. Because she mentions him, right? Shihu. He's the West.
Yeah, right. Well, he's part of it. Yeah, the ruler of Shihaku Shu, Sunuki of the West. I don't know if the Shihaku, if that was where Mao Mao and Jinshi were in the cave.
Probably. That's his land.
Right.
But so if that's their father and they're trying to take over, they're going to have to get Locken out of the picture. So what better way than to kidnap his daughter?
I know. I'm just saying I don't feel like that was originally a part of the plan. Like to take Mao Mao. But maybe.
Did Sisui convince her to do what she did, or did she do it on her own?
Mao Mao?
Yeah.
No, Mao Mao was just going there to drop off the alcohol.
Oh, she just happened to figure it out when she was talking to the old lady.
Right. But I think to your point, there never was an intention to take Mao Mao until Mao Mao was the one to figure out that Sue-Ray wasn't really dead, because that kind of foiled her plan of making everyone believe she was dead when in reality she wasn't, because then that kind of puts a target on.
But she didn't know who she was until right now.
Yes, she did. She talked to her like a couple times.
No. Well, she as the eunuch though, like she didn't know that was Sue-Ray.
No, I'm not talking about.
So Sue-Ray didn't have to like blow her cover. Who are you talking about?
No, I'm talking about Mao Mao.
Right, me too. But I'm saying Sue-Ray didn't need to blow her cover to Mao Mao. Like Mao.
Well, that's what I'm saying. She did now. I was saying that Mao Mao was never a part of the plan until back in season 1 when she figured that out.
Well, no, even I would even say not until possibly even up until the last episode when she just happened to figure it out from what the old lady was saying, because that's why Sue-Ray didn't let her leave.
But how the hell did Sue-Ray know that?
Because she knows how smart Mao Mao is, because she popped in the last second. She was like, she figured out what is going on. Remember?
I know, and I'm still like I was
because Sue-Ray's smart. Because Sue-Ray's smart too. Because like Mao Mao just said in this one,
I guess she's just assuming
they're highly educated because they're nobles.
I guess Mao Mao, she just assumed Mao Mao, since she is smart, figured it out.
Yeah, because I forget what the old lady's name was, but she could just tell from what she said, possibly even, because I think she could see Mao Mao, possibly even from Mao Mao's like maybe a slight little reaction or something. She's like, oh, she knows what's up.
Well, especially now that after that all that shit happened, that's when she went and did her research on Mao Mao and figured out, oh, she's the daughter of Locken. You know what I mean? So that probably just confirmed her suspicion of Mao Mao being smart.
Unless that's something that she found out prior to becoming the eunuch.
That's kind of what I meant.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Well, yeah, no, other than right
because
now.
Because she probably tried to, once she found out that this girl figured out I wasn't really dead, and she's like, how the hell could she have done that?
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. She didn't figure out that she wasn't dead.
We're also idiot. I think I was wrong. I think Sue-Ray knew all along she was going to take Mao Mao, because why else would she have gave her the clue about the morning glories and the thorn apple? Because she planted a seed to see if she was smart to figure it out, and she did.
Well, that was about the resurrection drug, right?
But that was the whole test, I think. that confirmed that, all right, she's smart, so we're going to take her, or whatever, you know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm kind of just talking my own point off.
Yeah. This is what happens to you. We talk for too long, and you're able to convince yourself of like something completely else.
Well, I'm like, the more I think about it, I'm
You'll
remembering
talk yourself into like a completely different theory.
Well, because one thing can change everything.
Yeah.
I just wasn't sure if Mao Mao was always in Surei's vision of being a part of whatever their plan is, but I think she was once she told her about the thorn. Because why else would she have done that?
Told her about that?
Yeah, because that was a clue for Mao Mao to use to figure out that what Surei was doing about the resurrection shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. This whole Surei thing is...
Yeah, I know.
Interesting.
I hope it ends up being like Shisui's still cool, because I do like her.
It's funny how cool and calm Lumen is. Right? Lumen? Is that what his name is? Or Lauman?
Lumen. Lumen-sama. That was a Quack's voice.
You know eunuchs and their high-pitched voices.
Yeah, I know. All right.
Yeah, righty.
Anyway, guys, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel. See you next time.
See you later.